Doing good.
Brian, I know y'all moved on to Alabama, but just to kind of wrap up Ole Miss, when y'all watched film of that, when they had a little more success in the second half, what was it? Any adjustments they made, or just y'all had a couple of kind of misfits here and there?
Yeah, it was definitely probably a couple misfits. It wasn't what they did. It was pretty much what we did as a team. We didn't maintain our gaps on some plays, and sometimes got a little bit loose in coverage. So we just had to play a complete game of defense.
What about this Bama offense? What do you see from them? I know they have a little bit more mobility at quarterback now. You know, Cooper's playing at a high level, and they can always kind of run the ball. So what have you seen from all that?
They definitely have a lot of playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. As you know, the quarterback can run and pass. So it just creates some extra running back there that we got to worry about.
Anything different you saw from them from their film of last week's game? Obviously, they came up really big against Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah, they definitely ran the ball with the quarterback a little bit more. He definitely had some design quarterback runs in there. So we just got to be able to prepare for that and keep our points on the quarterback.
What makes Cooper so good at what he does? Because you see guys that are maybe a little bit bigger and he's fast, but you see maybe guys who maybe a little bit faster, but he just seems to make every play on the field.
Yeah, he don't take any plays off. He's a very efficient route runner. There's no wasted movement in his routes. So all those together, plus with athletic ability, make him probably one of the best receivers in the country.
Are these second halves ever a factor of being tired? I mean, you guys play a lot of snaps. I mean, you got a lot of 3-and-outs, but you're right back on the field, after a 3-and-out offense.
I want to say it's tired. It's probably just being focused. We got to play every play like it's the first play of the game with as much energy as we had in the first play of the game, so we just can't let down our energy.
Is it mentally draining to get those 3-and-outs and, you're not on the sideline long before you got to go back in there?
Nah, it was the main part was the explosive plays that we gave up. We were doing so well, and we just gave up some explosive plays, and they got all their yards at once. So that was probably the most draining part, but we like getting 3-and-outs, and we don't mind going back on the field that fast.
Right. They just announced the sellout for this game, and Alabama hasn't played as well on the road. What can the crowd do to kind of help you guys?
Oh yeah, definitely playing at home. They always gives us some extra energy, give us some juice. Especially in the second half, I believe that'll be evident. We'll be coming out with a lot of energy playing in front of our home crowd, so it's definitely good playing at home.
Have you noticed Alabama playing any differently on the road in your film?
Nah, not really. They pretty much same scheme, all that stuff. Had some tough opponents on the road, so that's probably the big thing.
With you guys going back to a 4-3 most of the time, probably with them having a 2 tight end set, as a safety, you may guard the Howard kid a little bit. What do you see out of him, and how do you see that matchup? Because he does have a height advantage on you, as most tight ends will.
Yeah, they're definitely big bodies. They're athletic. They can block as well, so it's definitely a good matchup. They can go out for passes and block as well, so you got to be ready for both.
Did you pick up anything from the Ole Miss game where they lost? Anything Ole Miss did specifically to help you guys this week?
No, they just played with a lot of energy throughout the game. They played. Everybody was swarming to the ball. They gang tackled their big running back. So we're just going to try to do that ourselves as well.
You're a guy that tore your ACL early in your career. Obviously, it's a much different position, a lot more asked out of the ligament. But can you imagine what Jacob Gillen's going through and returning?
No, I couldn't even walk on mine. Like I said a couple days ago, I don't know how he's doing it. He's a great guy. He always working on it. He was in the training room as soon as he did it. He's very driven, talking about he's gonna get back on the field. I just think it's crazy because when I did mine, I couldn't even walk. So
how much pain do you think he's in?
Probably a lot. He's probably on a lot of pain because I know just straightening mine used to hurt me. So yeah, that's a tough dude.
Brian, talk to me about what you guys have seen Alabama on film this week and what they do well.
Oh, they just do well with their play calls. They carry out, they execute all their play calls as well. So like, you're never gonna see them loafing in the back end, running or passing. You can't really get a good pickup on where it's gonna be a run or pass because the receivers are doing the same thing. They're going full speed. Also, they're running backs. They're very hard to get on the ground. They break a lot of tackles.
Seems like they use a lot of bootleg play action with Lane Kiffin's offense. So how disciplined do you have to be to not sell out for one way or another?
Yeah, you definitely can't fall asleep. They're going to try to pound the ball, and then when you least expect, they're going to do a play action. So we got to be ready for that and just keep our eyes on our guy.